Welcome back! It's time to continue the Generational Nuzlocke with Pokémon Crystal. If you didn't watch my Pokémon Red Nuzlocke, go watch it. Let me still just summarize the rules. I'm playing through every Pokémon generation. This is part 2. You know what a Nuzlocke is, right? I don't have to explain that. However, differing from normal Nuzlockes, I can only use Pokémon that are from Generation 2. I don't lose my catch of the route if I get a Gen 1 Pokémon though. I'm also using a personal rule set where I have to fight oil trainers, can't use X items, potions and heals are fair play though. Lastly, I'll use set mode. Oh no. And now, get ready, because this is a comeback story. Chapter 1. Cursed. Since my last video, I realized that Snickerstream was old and outdated for wireless 3DS capturing, so the graphics are now updated. Crystal was the first game in the series to allow gender, so I obviously has to play as Chris. Also, she looks really cool. Compared to last time, I haven't actually beaten this game, so I won't really know when things will happen. I digress. Getting to Elm's lab, I pick up a Cyndaquil.
In the last 12 minutes, I've been pondering the naming scheme of this run. And, since this game is in the series, Gold, Silver, and Crystal, how about I name him after metals on the atomic table? Right? Makes sense, makes sense. Cyndaquil. Fire type. Why do you name a fire type that's a metal? You know what? I'm feeling quite lead, so pick the name Lead. I didn't even mean for the double meaning there. I forgot lead is a word.
So I make it to Route 30, where I get an egg, but on my way back, I meet this dude who stole a Totodile. So I beat him up and make it back to home turf. Now, the rival's name. Rust. Because it hurts metal and also it sounds dope. Now, there's a bit of a problem. This generation is filled to the brim with Gen 1 mons. It's like it's laying up beside, oh yeah. On Route 29 we catch a Sentret named Sodium. Going up to Route 46, I almost catch a Geodude and invalidate the run. New to this game is time, and on Route 46, there's only Gen 2 mons during morning, which, let's just say, I'm not currently planning to play during. Route 30 and 31 have the same problem but with night, which is more available. So right now, I'm stuck with 2 Pokémon. Though, on the other side of Violet City, the ruins of Alflay. Here, I catch a C. Hachium. Hachium's secret power is apparently Ghost type based on it not hitting normal types. Anyway, time to make my way up Sprout Tower. It's fairly simple and... Why did your music cut off? Did someone die?
Sagely. Bellsprout. Hachium, I love you, but I really don't want you to die. Lead. Come out. Sodium. Beat this bitch. Naming themselves. Hoot hoot. Ha. Get hurt. Oh wait, it's another Bellsprout. Whoa.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention and just spammed a... Back down to 2 Pokemon. I get to the top of the tower and get an HM and then murder. Oh wait, he doesn't have Murkrow, the joke doesn't work as well. Anyways, lead evolves and so does the graphics. Continuing down Route 32, and I just cannot find any new Pokemon. And then I don't pay attention again and use Struggle on a Wild Bellsprout instead of switching, killing Hachium.
Fuck. And now we're back to Lead being my only Pokemon. I'm just gonna walk around till the egg hatches.
Togepi hatches and gets named Mercury. After some more roaming on Route 32, I actually managed to find a new Mon. a hoppip named Lithium. Anyways, Elm told me to talk to him when the egg hatched. "Take good care of that little Togepi," he says. "Oh, hey, Mercury learned Metronome. That's risky, but I can use it once for the funnies, right?"
Come on, Metronome. Don't be self-destruct. I can't even be mad about that. I used Metronome once. Once! And it's fucking explosion! Once! Oh. Content. I was like, it can't possibly be like a kill yourself move, right? So much bigger chance for it to be like, you know, a move that did something that killed the guy, but that didn't kill me. It was like, that's like one of the two only bad moves that can happen. I used Metronome once, and it's explosion. Oh man, once. Well, we are back down to 2 bonds.
I'm beginning to sense a pattern here. It seems my stupidity is cursing me to only use 2 Pokemon at a time. I make my way down to Union Cave, a cave filled with, guess what? Gen 1 Mons. By the time I killed this Onyx, the clock turned around and became nighttime, so now I can catch on some previous areas. Route 30 gives me a Spinarak named Bismuth, and I kill the Route 31 encounter because I thought it was still in Route 30. Route 36 has a cover though with a Hoot named Nickel. I make it past Union Cave and just make a run towards Azalea Pokemon Center.
Oh, not a level 11 Geodude. Dude. I'm just gonna smoke screen until I literally can't. That's to say. Then send out Lithium, Poison Powder, and then Tailwhip a bunch.
Yeah, so, I might be stupid. I forgot that Hoppips also has the flying type, and yeah, not surprised though. I'm practically cursed down to 2 Pokemon, so how long do you think I would keep 4 alive? I digress. To the dead box you go, Lithium, as the 4th Mon. Last time I had 4 devs exiting Victory Road, and this time I haven't even beaten the bug-type gym leader. I go farm on Route 33, which is filled with Gen 1 Mons during nighttime. Yay. I think Bismuth was supposed to have died. If you look at the death order, it's the same as the obtaining order. Bismuth may have escaped the curse, but the game doesn't like this. It wants me to only have 2 Pokemon. And so, it does. Just remember, this is a comeback story. The next day, I go into Route 33 and catch a replacement Hoppip named Beryllium. I head into Slowpoke Well and find 2 things. Team Rocket is back. Yay, great, they were so hard last time. And also, Slowpoke Well is filled to the brim with Zubat, and not Slowpoke. I want Slowpoke as they can evolve into Slowking, which is a new Mon. So the place called Slowpoke Well only has Slowpoke when Team Rookies are doing business work. Oh well, it's time to do Boxy's gym, and whoops, I took a misstep to the left and Rust is back. Yay. No matter, I kinda beat him up. After which he whines that his Pokemon were weak, which I call a lame excuse. Where were we? Oh right, Bugsy. Led us to victory. And bad jokes aside, next is Ilex Forest. So I forgot about Blossom and killed an Oddish, which disallows me a catch in the forest. Whoops, silly me. At least I'll learn from my mistakes and this will never happen again. Well, I scare Farfetch'd and get HM cut, which I have to teach to Lead, so I can make it through Ilex and onto Goldenrod City. Here I get a Message Bird side quest featuring a sparrow, which, please ignore it, I won't use Kenya. Goldenrod Gym. I've heard horror stories about this gym. So I go and train a bit down Route 34 where I snubble straight up fleas for no reason. What? Well, I go up to Route 35 and catch one named Indium. Bismuth and beryllium also evolve. But now, it's Whitney time. Her Clefairy goes down fast, but that's not the danger. A fat cow places itself on the battlefield. First move it uses, Rollout, against this team. I hit it with 2 smoke screens and heal up, but this fat cow has a bounty from my head. And that's the starter. Led us so far. Without him, we'd probably have failed long before this point. Flint has been there at every death, watching me be ignorant. And box 14 fill up. It's finally time to rest. 07. Okay, that's enough morning time. It's time for vengeance. I give it bismuth poisoning and switch into beryllium and oh yeah, the healing move and oh yeah, attract. That's why this dingus sucks. I try switching back into bismuth, but that doesn't seem to be an option. Back to beryllium and the drawing board. Okay, so the Miltank is poisoned, so it will die eventually. Milk Drain probably only has 5 PP like Synthesis. It has used 1 and is about to use a second. It has -2 accuracy, meaning that only half its attack hit. Beryllium is my only choice Pokemon as it has Synthesis. Half his move will miss due to Attract, so we are on equal footing. I can probably switch into him right now and use Synthesis, as it wouldn't know to use Attract, and I'm faster. It just has to not hit and crit me with an attack when I switch in. So as long as I don't get too unlucky, I should be fine. Back to the game and execute the plan. Starts off well. Milk drink 2, 3, 4, 5. It's over. That was so close. But we got through it. Not without a casualty though. And then she cries and whines. Oh no, you lost. You killed Lead. No matter what, now we can head to the national park and this music is just so serene. So I straight up just sit here listening until it becomes nighttime. And I catch another Hoot Hoot, which I aim silver. I spend some time vibing and leveling up Indium. As a normal type that can learn Bite and Lick, it's going to go ham on the Ghost Gym that's coming up. Talking about upcoming stuff, I get a squirt bottle and get into a squabble with this Sudowoodo. If you remember, which you probably don't, we caught a nickel on Route 36 already, so we can't catch the Sudowoodo. We make our way up Route 37 and make it okay, I give up. So we make our way up to Octorok City and explore a bit. I have to beat all 5 evolutions to get HM Surf. You know, I'd imagine this being the place where I would get an Eevee, seeing as you battle all 5 evolutions to get the prize. Guess not. Time for the gym. What? Green dude, let me in. Oh well. Burnt Tower time. The Burnt Tower is, well, a burnt tower filled with rats and bats. A bit of rust. Yay. I don't even want to talk about this fight, but to make a short story even shorter, I beat him and a trapdoor opens beneath me. Whoops. Seems I've accidentally freed 3 beasts. If you win, they may tell you some deep secrets about... So, this gym. Yeah, it starts off well. I use Indium so they can basically just use Curse on me. Sometimes they may mean look me, but once they die, I can always just switch out of the Curse. The strategy of just juggling Silver and Indium to make them curse themselves is actually really useful on the trainers. Indium even evolves. But then my arrogance shines through. Oh, I can switch into Beryllium, I said. He's just gonna use Curse, and I need some experience, I said. Mean look. And Beryllium's only attacking move is Tackle. I click it in Stupidity, because I'm not smart, and...
Oh, forgot. These guys have moves they can use. I kind of forgot about that part, because they never use them. Oh, I might be fucked. This is slowly going to kill me. Yeah, Beryllium is dead. I just had to come to terms with it. Beryllium died.
I know they say hindsight is 20/20, but thinking would still have been a good strategy. I had Leech Seed. I could probably have out-healed it if I'd used that. But nope. I am such an idiot. Oh shit, I totally forgot Kenya. And the dude that wants Kenya gives me a literal nightmare. Little does he know, I don't need a TM to use Nightmare. Only problem, I can only use it on myself. Back to the gym. Morty's pretty easy. Ghastly kills itself, Hornet kills itself, Gengar puts Indian to bed, and Dream Eater it to death. Fuck. We talked about how this gym loves Curse, right? Well, it seems they have re-cursed us. 2 Pokemon. Morty goes down. It's just us 3 now. Me, Bismuth, and Silver. But now we can enter the Tin Tower, right? Okay, I guess we're going west towards Olivine. Before we continue, quick plug. Here's the graph that makes people subscribe, right? Here's my Twitch, go follow that. Almost everything you see in these videos were streamed live. Also, like the video real quick, it helps with the algorithm and you don't even have to subscribe if you don't want to. Anyways, back to the video. After farming a bit around 38, I find this devil. I catch it and name it Platinum. If you didn't know, I did this really cringy thing 3 years ago with an evil doppelganger named Platinum, taking over my channel. I never got to finish that arc because It's Just Luminous took down the Minecraft server. Back to Pokemon. Platinum here is not for battling. She's for field moves like Headbutt, Rock Smash, and the 8 gems. Apparently Miltank can learn Surf. I had just opened Pandora's box. All of these areas that were Gen 1 Mon only or had no grass previously are now useful. But Pandora's box comes with disaster. You can basically only encounter Tentacool or Poliwhirl via Surf. But who can forget about Politoed, so I catch one. But Politoed is a trait evolution. So at this point, I'm sitting here wondering if the run is invalidated. But then it hits me. Crobats. Every cave I've been in, I've killed a Zubat. I have lost countless cave encounters. I decided not to count the run as invalid because I've written so much script, and this is amazing YouTube material, definitely compared to last time. Then I lose 2 Apom encounters to an accidental kill and running out of balls. The last thing I managed to do is catch a Ladybug, which I named Franchum. We have once again run out of routes. About that curse again, it seems the soft cap is at 2 Pokemon, which I will gradually get down to. But there's a hard cap at 4. I've never had more than 4 Pokemon in my party at once, excluding Kenya. So what happens in Olivine? The gym leader isn't in the gym. They're apparently up in this lighthouse. So I make a slow climb up this lighthouse and she's like, "This Pokemon is dying, can't you go to the nearest pharmacy please? It's just across the ocean." So the ocean. What can I say? Oh, I know. 7 out of 10, too much water. Every 4 tiles, there's a damn Tentacool. And with trying to level up Franchum, I can basically only fight 1 trainer before I have to go back to the Pokemon Center because I got poisoned. But after way too much time at sea, the French finally evolve. But, you know the French. They... yeah. And after Friendship dies, and I'm down below 4 Pokemon, the game spawns in a Mantine, which has not shown up previously. So like, the curse may actually be real. And after I catch it and name it Tungsten, another one spawns to be like, I was rare, but now that you've got one, I'm not. Anyways, I make it to the rocky roads of Chanwood. Here I get the magic herbs and a shuckle from the dude which apparently got his other mon stolen by Rust. Wait. 5 Pokemon. We broke the curse. So, I explore the whole city and... oh. Well, I could probably fight Suicune as like a mini-boss. But Suicune isn't the mini-boss. This guy is.
I'll battle you as a trainer to earn Suicune's respect. Come on, Goal, let's battle now! Buck! Sunflower, why would you do this to Tungsten? Dream Eater. More like Life Eater. Bitch. Haunter. Oh, hello, Haunter. Oh no. I can't escape now. This could actually be like pretty bad. Don't paralyze, please, for the love of God. Don't paralyze. I'm just going to nightshade you to death. Hope that's good with you. Hope that's good with you. Don't. Hit him, please. For the love of God, hit. Please, for the love of God, hit. Fuck. Okay, it only knows lick. It only knows how to lick. Elektrode? Okay. Roll out. Not roll out. Roll out is the worst move possible. I think I give up Shocky to get Silver out. I'm sorry, Shocky. I think this is the only option. It was great for the time being, but I need to get a hypnosis in. Holy shit! Fuck! What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Use it. I can't wait for the heart. Tungsten dies. Fully paralyzed. Bye. Oh God! Oh God! Oh my! Oh, they all died. They all died.
The curse wasn't over. It merely needed one battle to curse me even harder. Almost my entire team is dead. Bismuth is our last line of defense. So I go to the Pokémon Center, put every dead Bon in box 14, and head for the gym. Now, you might see the issue. I was too focused on the dead to think about my livelihood. I forgot to heal up Bismuth.
Okay! Can I just leech life myself back to food? I can clutch this out. Can I clutch this out? If I clutch this out, I am the GOAT. Actually, I'm still stupid, but like, if I clutch this out, this is legendary. This is one for the history books if I clutch this out. Nope, they're doing more damage to me than I'm healing for. They deal. Damn it. Yeah. That's 2 damage lost. Okay. So I think strategy. I shouldn't do that. Nightshade. I need to nightshade this thing to death. I can leech life this last part. Please tell me you don't have any more Pokémon. Another one. And it's probably a Hitmonchan, right? It has a fire type attack.
And that's how not to do a Pokemon Nuzlocke. You know, I'd really hoped for a super cool comeback story with this whole curse thing. But I guess sometimes you lose. And I don't really know what to do now. Do I start the whole Generational Nuzlocke over again? I've already made a video on Generation 1 and I don't really aspire for another 31-hour journey. So no. Do I act as if I did heal at the Pokemon Center, go back in and shred? No, I'm gonna feel like a cheater for the rest of the runs. Do I give up? I lost the Generational Nuzlocke. Turns out I have skill issue. I suck! I also didn't realize the scope of this whole project. 9 Nuzlockes. Actually 10 now. Pokemon Winds and Waves got announced. By the time I'm done with Scarlet, Generation 11 is midway through its life cycle. Not just talking the entire thing, just Pokemon Crystal. I made a poll asking if I won when I got to the Elite Four, or only once I've beaten Red. And the poll is leaning towards Red. If I can't even beat the 5th Johto gym, how am I ever beating the highest level trainer of Pokemon up to level 81? No, but I can't just give up yet. I can start over from Pokemon Crystal. It's not over until it's fucking over. I don't care if the runtime on this video is 3 hours. I will beat Pokemon Crystal. And in turn, the Generational Nuzlocke. This is a comeback story. Chapter 2. The comeback story. Okay, so rushing isn't the brightest idea. Let's try that again. Oh, we're back. Okay, I want you to say hello to the new team. Naming theme this time is non-existent. First off, the starter, Flag the Quilava. Help me through the areas weak to fire. Sprout Tower, Azalea Gym. For a starter, I haven't used him much. His level's one of the lowest in my party. Anywho, next up, Kerfuffle, Ferret. Was awesome. Sadly, she died to the Kimono Girl's Umbreon. Stupid pursuit. Where were we? Oh yeah, another dead friend. Splam. Died to the Sudowoodo, which I had to run from. I even saved my capture route 36 specifically for Pseudo. So it's basically 2 deaths with 1 stone, or rock. Because Sudowoodo is a rock, whatever. There's Sickle the Hoot Hoot, but let's ignore it. Next is Antimony, the Ariados, which like last run with Bismuth, has been a huge helping. I even named him after her. I try to use him only in dire situations, as I don't want to make the runs too samey. Who's the next one? Oh, Jarvis. Really helped me through Union Cave and that trainer, but an unlucky crit from the rival and suddenly no more Jarvis. Dead Pokemon apparently come in pairs. The egg hatched, Bolt comes out, and dies to a random wild Rattata. We actually got an Apom this time instead of missing it like twice. It's called Wallop, playing in the daycare right now. Remember a minute ago when I mentioned Sickle? Here's the reason. The duplicate Hoot Hoot, named Dupenheimer. A way better name. Therefore, Sickle goes in box 1 and Dupenheimer is on the team now. Ladybird, and more so Letty N, always reminded me of that one Nickelodeon TV show that I saw ads for constantly when watching Nickelodeon as a toddler. So now this Ladybird is called Miraculous and is stuffed deep inside box 1. Now, here's the big one. I actually caught a Zubat this time, named Other Boot. A reference to Boot, the Zubat of Attempt 2. He never actually died as the only Mon, as I couldn't use him. Let's quickly go over how Pokemon that evolve into new Mons work. I can only use them in the first slot in my party. The first thing I have to do whenever I enter combat is switch out, even if I mean to flee. Now, Zubat is a special case, as the way to evolve into a Crobat is Friendship, so here's me cycling up and down Goldenrod for like 5 hours to get the required Friendship. While that happened, there was a field day over at the daycare, so Antimony and Dupenheimer are in the mid-30s. Also, apparently Dupenheimer and Other Boot got a baby. I won't hatch it, but cool. That was a lot. Anyways, a shorter one. Newt, Igglybuff, I can't evolve it. BST of 210. Box 1. Talking about low stats, there's Slippy, Sunkern with 180 BST. I actually like the Sunkern line, but it's basically impossible to use until it evolves. The only way to get the Sunstone being the bug catching contest, which I am allowed to do as long as I release the catch Pokemon afterwards. It's my run, it's my rules. This time we didn't lose the Grand Bull to the Ghost Gym, so I want you to meet Oak. No, not that Oak. I named the Pokemon. Oh, whatever. Next! Caught a dupe Spinarak. It's Arsenic now. Next again. I didn't actually have anyone with Surf, so I had to go catch a Chinchou. Sadly, it died during the fight with stupid Eusine. So, now we're actually kind of stuck on Shanwood, but allegedly beating this gym gives us Fly. So let's do that, and the road is blocked by Sokoban. And I forgot to pick up Strength when I was in Olivine, so I'm basically fully soft-locked. Unless the current stream was done overnight. So, it become morning in 2 hours. Anything I could do in the next 2 hours? Yes, I actually do have something.
That's a moment.
So, it's finally morning. Now we can catch a Corsola. It's named John Locke, by the way. Before we actually go beat the gym, it's morning. We can finally catch a Fanfree on Route 46. The elephant in the room has now been addressed. Anywho, now we can go beat the gym, which we do. Another Antimony carry. And then... Oh yeah, the special herbs. Sorry, that was 1300 words ago in my script. Now, with Jasmine in the gym, we can challenge her. Only problem being, she's a Steel-type trainer with Pokémon in the mid-30s. The only Steel killers on our team is Flak and Adrest. Both are, under-leveled.
And this is what we're gonna be doing. So, what do we do in the meantime? Do we just put up a like... You know what would be really funny? If I just reacted to like a random another Mad video I haven't watched while I'm doing this. That's content right there. I also won the bug catching contest, so Slippy is now usable. So Jasmine, even after that I was still underleveled, but I specifically got Flak to learn its next fire move, Flame Wheel. So it was fairly simple if not for the Steelix not getting one hit. That means our next location would be the east of Octorok, by Mount Mortar. Talking about Mount Mortar, we catch a Marill. I let my singular viewer, Kiwi, pick the name. Anyways, we can get across the water here, so... Oh god, not again. Well, no time like the present, right? So, that was literally nothing. Anyhoomst, now we're in the next time over, Mahogany Town. They won't let me do anything, so I have to go up to the Lake of Rage. On the way, I actually catch a Pineco. I've been trying to get this thing for so long. Now it's called V and lives in the box. After a trip to the insides of Mount Mortar where Nutty evolves, it's time to fight that one shiny guy. And Slippy dies. That's what happens when you're 8 levels underleveled. And a Sunflora. Dang it. Anyways, I beat him, and now this Lance guy wants me to stop Team Rookies. Side quest time, I guess. Oh boy, the Rocket Hideout. Every time you pass one of these Persian pillars, you have to fight 2 trainers. And not some 2 random trainers, the same 2 random grunts. Oh hey, look at me, I have a Drowsy and a Zubat. And then there's me with a Zubat, Grimer, and Rattata. We're so cool! Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, the hideout. I descend to a lower floor where we have to get a password, presumably by beating up grunts until they spit it out. So that is precisely what I do. We get over here and... Oh god, I'm not healed up. I don't have time for the likes of you. Oh, thank god. Okay, we get through the door, beat a higher up, try to leave, and oh, there's more. I beat another one, help Lance beat up some Voltorb to stop a funky contraption, and we're done. What's that? Oh, we're not done? Don't care, I'm taking on the gym now. Strength is apparently a really good attack, and Oak is a good Pokemon. The gym just goes down. I suplex the whole gym. Oh wait, no. Now we have to complete the side quest. Oh. The Rocket's headed to the radio tower and Goldenrod, so time to fight, I guess. I slowly make my way up the tower, but looky here. This guy's a fake director, and the real Rocket base is underground. So I go underground, and guess who shows up? Thrust. Wait, Thrust? Wasn't it Rust? Well, yeah, but for the 3rd run, I got a little zany with it, and combined Thrice and Rust into Thrust. You'll have to live with it now. Anywhoomsels, I've got to applaud you, Thrust. You managed to be a slight annoyance. After you killed Jarvis. Yeah, I slash him to bits. You might have noticed, there's been some lag frames, and they just keep getting worse and worse throughout the playthrough. So I moved to real and official hardware. It's gonna be a bit horrible looking to begin with, because I apparently streamed at 360p. Back to the side quest. I helped the director and beat up all of the Rockets. Okay, we are actually done. Next up, Blackthorn City, with the last gym. But first, the Ice Path with Slidey Puzzles and Sokoban, and the Waterfall HM I skip and have to come back for later, and we're out. For now.
Gym time. It's a dragon gym, and they are not under-leveled anymore. But yeah, I can definitely not beat this gym as it stands, so I learn Icy Wind to Nutty. A pretty nutty combo, but we're still under-leveled, so I go train down on Route 35. Oh hey, Graveler, I can get some necessary experience from you. Self-destruct crit. What was I supposed to have done here? Nutty was at full HP. Full! Dang it! Why, game? Why?
Because you didn't suffer enough.
Oh. Okay. Oak Ice Punch. Farm in the Ice Path. Evolve Flag. Beat the gym. More Nutty. More Jabris. More Bismuth. More Nerium. More Saffron. More than every happy thought I've ever had. Don't get the badge because Claire's a bitch. Put you on lock back on the team. Serve now that Nutty is dead. Answer some questions. Get the badge. Descend Mount Self-Destruct. Enter Kanto. More Nerium. Go back and get the Waterfall because you skipped as one of the only items you intentionally skipped in Ice Path. Catch Mantine and Filler because Corsola can't learn Waterfall. Kill some Pokemon. Overuse Oak. More Nerium. And finally, get to Victory Road. I think that was all of it. Victory Road is, empty. Oh, well, except Thrust. Time for a final battle. I hope. And I, cannot destroy him. Thrust was never really a challenge. Neither was Rust. We still need to farm up for the Elite Four, so it's time to farm. But Ice Tunnel has Swine Up during the day, which don't give nearly as much experience as Delibirds at night. So I'll just change my system time, and that somehow blue screened my entire computer. And we're back before I entered Victory Road. Yay. So, Thrust. Time for a final battle. I really hope this time. So, back to farming. By the time I get back, it's nighttime anyway, so I guess it worked. I used the real hardware's speed up to get encounters faster, but not in the battles. I make the rules, and they seem the most fair because I don't play the Nuzlocke to run around begging for Delibirds to spawn. You can't die in the overworld. But slowly we level all the Pokemon up. Black. At rest. Other boot. Dupenheimer. And Oak. At this point, I've killed about 550 Golbats and Delibirds. It took 5 hours, even with the speed up. But now, we're here with the final team. First is Will. He's like, I will kill you and stuff. He's a psychic trainer. I teach Shadow Ball to Oak. So she begins shredding after a little confusion. That's 1 out of 5. Not really that difficult. Next up is Koga. I guess he moved up in the ranks in the past 3 years. And he has a lot of bug types too, which is great. More weakness to Flak. So yeah, Flak takes up most of these, including the minimizing Muck, as I teached him Swift, which never misses. Oak solos Will and Flak solos Koga. Maybe I overleveled. No matter what. Next is the only person to stay in the Elite Four, Bruno. Hopefully he can put up a bit more of a challenge. I set up a Reflect with Dupenheimer and switch it to Other Boot. I try my favorite strategy, Confusion Fly, where Fly gives the opponent a free turn to hurt itself in confusion. But the Hitmontop knows it's hacked, and I end up just switching back into Dupenheimer and just confusion it off. And then the Onyx. We all know this song and dance. Onyx sucks, address uses Earthquake, there's no longer an Onyx. And Earthquake is strong enough to take the Hitmon out too. Only Pokemon left is King DDD with 4 arms. Dupenheimer ends up killing it. That was a bit harder. Let's see what the last person in this Elite Four has for us. Karen, still looking for the manager, specializes in dark types. Okay, from the top, Umbreon. I again set up Reflect, and after messing around with Other Boot, Flame Wheel it to death. Gengar comes out. Not a dark type, but okay. Oak is Shadow Ball, so I switch in and use Shadow Ball. As I sit here, watching the last moments of Oak's life, a previous timeline flashes before my eyes. Attempt 1. Octorok Gym. Indium dies to Morty's Gengar. Is it fate that a Gengar will kill a Granbull, even if it's the last thing it does? Then I began to see something else. The future. The near future. One battle ahead. Oak had Ice Punch. And now I have nothing to hit those dragon types. And then back to the current. Oak. Use Shadow Ball. It's super effective. Enemy Gengar took down with it Oak. It was good to have you. I take out the rest of Karen's team without too much trouble. On to Lance. I teach Sandstorm to address in preparations for this battle. My strategy would be to defense curl 6 times and Earthquake Lance to death, with Sandstorm Chip helping along the way. Now, you might have noticed a few flaws. You know that thing about the evolutions? That evolutions only using types that deal special damage. Now, I knew there was a discrepancy, but I thought that was the fairy type not being a thing before after the physical special split. Even though it'd definitely be a special type. But no, the discrepancy is that dragon type is the only special type that doesn't have an evolution. I thought that dragons did physical damage, so the only thing Defense Curl did is shield me from Hyper Beam, not Twister and other dragon moves. The other problem is that I was planning to use Earthquake. The entirety of Lance's team is flying type, so I shot myself in the foot with that one. After some time, I take out the Gyarados. I still haven't learned my mistake. After trying my darnest, I give in. Rollout, with less than half HP.
I take out the Dragonite due to Sandstorm Chip, but I can no longer heal Addressed, and the next Dragonite knows Blizzard. I'm sorry, Addressed. This time, it wasn't bullshit like with Oak, Nutty, Jarvis, or Mercury. It was all on me. And I'm sorry it had to end this way. But we can think about your death when Lance is over. It's time to become petty. Flack, make this battlefield look like an oil rig. Leer straight through the smoke and swiftly kill them before they can even find you. Dragonite down. Aerodactyl down. Spamful restores. Charizard down. Now, it's just the ace. Level 50 Dragonite. I slowly smoke it up and heal through every outrage until I just survive. I'm not losing 3 in one go. I finally kill the dragon, and I am the champion. Yes, finally, after 70 hours of Pokemon Crystal, it's finally over. I beat the game. I'm done. Oh, yeah. Well, time to enter Kanto. Chapter 3. Back here again. Loading back in, Elm gives me a ticket to the SS Aqua. But before we do that, the team needs 2 new members. It'll be hard to replace Oak and Addressed, but I can try. We're going to Kanto, so why not some bugs? It's fitting. Antimony and V, come on. Anyways, the boat is basically just a trainer gauntlet with some people I have to find. So it's not that hard until Pursuit kills V. So I guess that's 1 more Pokemon down the drain. That's 10 this timeline. And now we're in Kanto again. You start out in Vermilion as the port is located here, but I head up through Saffron. Where was I? Oh yeah, I get to Cerulean. I'm too scared to do the gym now, so I'll hold off that and head up the Nugget Bridge. There are some weird kids that want to reflect what the Rockets did 3 years ago. Doesn't really matter as I head over to Route 24 where this cute fella is sitting. I gave up having normal names back when Shin died. Welcome to the team Null CX. I don't know anymore. I was actually all out of balls, so Null is in the Master Ball. Anyways, the same rules that applied for Other Boot now applies for Null. Also, we're leaving. I head towards Lavender next, getting a focus band on the way that I put on filler for some reason. I think it went like, then I might get another turn of healing when I eventually sack them. Lavender or something. Also, did you know that 420 is not a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference? I always wondered why they multiplied it by 10, but no, apparently it's hash. I actually didn't know that until someone in my chat pointed that out. Right, Lavender. They downgraded from a graveyard tower to just a graveyard building,
But there's still place to press F. Yeah, so they apparently use the tower for radio now. There's not really that much to do here, so what next? Well, every NPC and the mother is talking about the power plant, and the radio won't work without it, and the train won't work without it, and my life won't work oh, actually, null evolve, so let's go find a sunstone. Because I don't want to do the power plant, I have to track my way back down Victory Road into Johto this way. I get a sunstone and we have a Blossom. Okay, what cool moves can Blossom learn? Nothing. It learned Solar Beam at level 55, and that's it. I don't think Gen 2 mons are bad. Game Freak just fucked them. Like, I compared the average BST for Gen 1 and 2. They're really close, so Gen 2 mons are generally strong. I just don't think any of the ones I've used has a good level up pool. I'm not talking about coverage moves. Look at Flak. Gets no coverage, that's fine, but look at the amount of moves if you evolve immediately. You get Ember at level 12, really late compared to Charmander, then you have to wait until level 31 for the next attacking move, not counting Quick Attack. The Cyndaquil line only learns 8 moves. 8! Look at Kasplam, Lithium, Beryllium, whatever. Have fun using Tackle until level 44. Look at Oak or Ingium. The best move you get is Lick, as Scramble is a physical attacker and also Strength Assist. But at least Scramble has a great TM pool, which is what made Oak so strong in the Elite Four. A thing I failed to mention is Cyndaquil and Hoppip's TM pool suck ass too. And now back to Null. Here's her TM pool. Oh wow, I'll be sure to cherish Giga Drain. Okay, rant's over. Where are we now? Oh, yeah, we went to the power plant where we, the preteen, is tasked with finding a stolen battery or whatever. I then spend forever trying to find this, only to look it up, and you have to enter Cerulean Gym to make the guy spawn. Okay, got back the battery, and we can listen to the radio now. They added Pokeflute to the radio so we can wake up the Snorlax from front of Diglett Cave now and get to the top of Future and the west side of Kanto. Viridian Forest has been dumbed down to this shell of itself. No matter the what or something, we actually need to make some progress. I have 8 more gyms that need to be completed. I talked about Giga Drain in my rant. Erika's gym is the only way to get it. Good thing I have Flak. And that's 1 badge, 7 more to go. We need to level up Null so they can actually surmount to anything, so I guess the sea it is. We can also do Cinnabar Gym on the way. Oh yeah, Cinnabar erupted. Blaine is in Seafoam based on this sign, so let's go there, I guess. This was a mistake. My entire team is weak to this Macargo's Rock Slide. XLayer46 in my chat said, F it, just go into filler, spelled wrong, trust. And like, it sounds reasonable. The 4x weakness and the focus band. If I'm just lucky enough, the band will proc every turn and Phil will solo. But to be even more reasonable, I only need them for Macaco. I already smokescreened a couple of times, so it's more likely I survive than not. And there goes Phil. And then Dupin almost dies afterwards. I beat the gym, but what now? I am so tired of Pokemon dying. Genrational comes in and replaces Phil as a new Surfmon. I'll actually try to make Genrational useful, so we have a Fire Water Grass combo. There isn't really a rigid structure to progression anymore, so I'm just basically walking around aimlessly trying to beat every trainer. I guess it isn't aimless then. I find my way to Mount Moon where Thrust is back. Come on, dude, I thought I beat you. No, Thrust is still as easy as in Cherry Grove. Oh wait, I forgot, Antimony dies. Yeah, I sent him out in front of the Alakazam. And I forgot that Antimony is a poison type. Didn't Don Schnack, the Don, once say something like, the #1 cause of death in Nuzlocke is carelessness? Yeah, I kind of see that now. Also, saying the name of popular YouTubers apparently helps with engagement. Small Ant 1. Antimony. You were but a shadow of greatness, but a shadow of greatness is still great. Guys, I think I maybe suck at writing. I then try for over 1.5 hours to get a hair across while I ponder if I should talk in present or past time about streaming me. I seem to be fluctuating somewhat, also if I should use we or I when I describe actions I take in the Nuzlocke. Anyways, where were we? I named this Heracross Kwame. I also catch a duplicate Apom on the way named Jack too. And at this point, I'm so bored. I'm so done with Gen 2. Note that I've been playing Pokemon Crystal for 23 streams now, with only 4 streams of exclusively non-Pokemon in between. I started this challenge 2 days after uploading the first Nuzlocke video, and I just want to get to the next game. I have such a cool and very original concept for the Gen 3 video, and I cannot wait to start writing it. But this game is so fucking soul-crushing at this point. So soul-crushing that I'm literally reading the Mario Kart Wii manual booklet out loud on stream. Unauthorized technical modifications to your Wii console may render this game unplayable. So yeah, I just want to be done. I read the booklet all the way through the sea over to Future City and the gym here. Everyone is camouflaged as a leader, but I find her eventually, and I don't really look at the screen. I'm too busy reading Mario Kart instructions. And, Dupin dies to a funny explosion. I know I should be thinking about all the great things with Dupinheimer, but I'm more so thinking of the hassle of having to level a new Pokemon up to fit the team. I'm so tired. You know the thing about this being a comeback story? Yeah, I put that in the script before Run 1 died. That really doesn't apply anymore. Anyway, we need to find a replacement for Dupin, and I really want someone that doesn't need that much training. So I go grab Wallop, who has been sitting in daycare for so long that the last time I mentioned him was in the third run recap. But now we have a full team again. I think the aim was walking really is taking a toll on my mental, so I made a plan. I'll go through the region in the way you go through it in the Kanto games, stealing money from every trainer I see. Then we'll figure out what to do from there. On the way I also catch some more duplicate Pokemon. Balsitic the Sentret and Sorry the Snubble. My intelligible intelligence is inexplicably inconsistent, issuing inconceivable idiocy. Or in other words, I forgot about a dual typing again, and got Kwame killed. Dang it. New Pokemon. We still haven't used Miraculous, I guess. Welcome! I hope you had a nice life in the box, because you are probably gonna die soon. Sorry, I need a break. Can you spare a couple of minutes? I imagine you can. You're presumably over an hour. I don't know, I haven't edited this yet. Into a video about a random dude on the internet continuously and miserably failing a Nuzlocke. Let's just listen to a song for the moment. This is Limitless Lighthouse by Waste of Blood, used in the SM64 hack B3313. It feels very melancholic, especially with context. But throughout this journey, this song has been my savior. Whenever it came up during my playlist, I just stopped playing for the duration of this song and had a moment to just relax, take a break. It's going to be okay. It's surprisingly serene to just relax for a moment. Put down the game and just not worry about the worries. the B melody here also has a motivating feeling to me. I don't know why, but it just is. The A section lets you get down to relax a bit in peace, where the B melody is there to pick you right back up and continue, but at a pace where you have time to get ready. Without it, I don't think I would have gotten to the Elite Four without burning out. I've began playing this in regular life situations during stressful moments just to get 2 minutes of peace. So all in all, huge shout out to Waste of Blood for carrying the run. Check out the rest of Plexalphonics and their other music. And it's over. I hope you can excuse me for wasting 2 of your precious minutes. Back to the game. I have at this point almost beaten every trainer in Kanto, only missing some lone bikers on Route 17, and you know, I'm actually starting to like John Locke. She has a pretty good move pool and is in a fast leveling group. She seems like a great water type to just have on the team. Would be sad if the only reason I'm writing this in the script is because she dies in about 5 seconds. I literally end up sitting on this screen for 10 minutes. I think the death uncovered something in my brain. I don't know why John Locke of all Pokemon did this to me. Why not someone that had more relevance to my personal story through the game, like Dupin or Antimony? I think I'm just done with this game. I can't anymore. Why did I make that poll? Why did I even do this challenge? It's just... I need something to just go right today. Nothing in the game went wrong today. I caught a Slugman named Chokon because haha these nuts or something. I also tried to catch a replacement water type, but I burn out. I literally can't. After John died, I took a week-long break from the challenge to recharge my mental, but I'm literally getting headaches from just looking at the script. Nevertheless, actually playing the game. I was working on editing the Keeper video and I got a sudden idea for something to write in the script, and as a sensible person, I opened the script to quickly add a note. But then I just couldn't. And I couldn't remember what I wanted to add, and I got a headache so bad that I couldn't do anything for the rest of the day. Like, even now, reading this in the script, I'm actually starting to get a headache. But no, I need to beat this now. Mugenics is launching in like 12 days, and if I don't beat this challenge before that, I might actually throw this shitter in the nearest dumpster. I need to win. I have to have my comeback story come to fruition, or die trying. Enter the marathon. Stream Pokemon every day. Beat Red or die trying. I am doing this now. Oh, I've got to save the game. Just forget about Chokon, they never existed. Wait. Well, I catch a Murkrow, which I named Nick. Nick is a pretty nice catch, actually, but at this point, I just need some progress in the game. Kanto has gone so slow, especially if you look at the calendar. I decided to do Misty's gym, even though Null is still fairly underleveled. And as expected, she smacks the first water type in the face and dies immediately to meeting a funny ice type move. The Starmie almost kills Other Boot by switching to Wallop because of the no weakness thing of normal types, but that's not really a problem when it can 2-hit me. So yeah, Wallop is also dead. I bit the star to death to grab my 4th badge in Kanto. I figure out that you can actually catch Gligar and mount self-destruct. I've given so much odd names at this point, I'm naming this one Radical Pokemon. Insert joke here about how this name is actually Pete. Oh wait, it actually... Sorry. What? Why didn't you just write a joke in the script, me? I leveled up these 2 a bit. 2? I didn't even mention the second one, the script. What? Huh? Oh yeah, I did. I catch the Skarmory, I think. Level up these two a bit. What other Pokemon did I don't even remember. Why didn't you write it in the script, me? Okay, I'm just quickly actually looking at what Pokemon I got. I'm sorry. What Pokemon did I even get? I actually don't know. I'm keeping this in the video. This is staying in the video. I'm sorry. It probably says it in my giant OneNote about it. Here. Okay, it's talking about Nick. You know, Nick, the one at the top of the marathon thing. The first guy. Why did I not write that? I was probably really tired when I wrote this and didn't even read it back. I don't think I've gotten this far down in the reading back session. I'm keeping this in. I'm keeping this in. And back to the script. Back to the script. Did you know that in Gen 2, Glaga's only ground type move, including TM's, is Sand Attack? Yep. I also managed to catch a Quagsire, which I named Klarn. We finally have a full team again. We don't talk about the rest of Box 1. But now it's just time to farm. I need to find the best place to farm. I also finally remembered that the experience share is a thing. After I beat every trainer, I try to farm back in Ice Path, but quickly find the best place being any water and Super Rod, since it always hooks level 40 Pokemon. I also managed to catch another Chinchou named Stumpford, the long-lost third brother to Japanese All. Yeah, he replaces Miraculous immediately. Sorry, girl. But now it's just farming time. Start the Krabby montage. That's not how you say montage. Okay, now we can go beat some gyms. First on the chopping block, Brock. We're gonna fuck up. Can I get a better rhyme for that? I digress. I Oko every Pokemon he throws at me. So I'm pretty strong, right? I could probably take on Blue's ground gym. Water is super effective against the two, and actually, unlike rock types, there aren't any dual ground types that mitigate the water weakness. Except Wooper. So let's just go. That's not a ground type. Oh, wait. Is Blue just using his champion team from Gen 1? Fuck. Wait, level 58? Fuck! I did not do my research. I did not do my research. I did not do my research. I just flame wheel here. You can quick attack and wing attack me, or you could whirlwind me. Mirror move. I don't really care about flame wheel. Yeah, even though that's a crit. I flame wheel you. This is the real question. Who do you bring out? Ride on. Stumpford, I believe in you. Please, 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 I beg. Earthquake.
Oh, Stumpford is dead. Okay, great. Absolutely amazing. Clarn could do something, but, I mean, no. Not really. I think my best bet is other boot here. Owning that sandstorm. Best move I could do right now is bite, I think. Fury attack doesn't do that much. I confused right now. Rock slide. Oh, thank God it's a miss. Okay, I heal up now. How many folder stores do I even have? 3. This is the one thing I was ready for. Or I was supposed to be ready for. I somehow survived that? Do I? No, I don't. I don't do that. I think my only choice here is to pray for a miss. Earthquake can't miss. Yeah, I'm dead. Like, that's the end. I'm not starting over. Alakazam. Oh yeah, just great Alakazam. Wow, yeah. Alakazam only knows... Alakazam can't hit me. The only move that it can use to damage me is Psychic. So me feint attacking should just fully kill it. Yeah, okay. Ran out of recovers. There we go. Okay. You send out Gyarados now? Yep, exactly. Okay. Gyarados specifically has Twister, Hydro Pump, Rain Dance, and Hyper Beam. Now you might be able to see the problem, that being it's level 58, and that's the rest of the Pokemon's level 2. Alakazam was the lowest leveled Pokemon. I fly? Nope, I get Hydro Pump to death. That's Nick. Other boot, you're our last hope. And yeah, there isn't really that much hope left. It's basically just I get really lucky with confusion. Oh wait, does Twister... Twister. Twister and Fly, is that like an anti-synergy? Yes. Don't Twister me. Oh, thank God. Okay, thank God. I can just bite now. Full restore. Okay, great. A downpour started? Great. Crit. Okay. I'm not gonna start saying anything. The run still... Oh! You just did a stupid. Okay. Arcanine. Roar does nothing. Swift always hits. Extreme speed, extremely fast. Flamethrower is flamethrower. But currently, we are in the rain, so your flamethrower does little damage. Oh, you're trying to, yeah, you're trying to extreme speed me. Flamethrower does little damage. There's still a lot damage. Full restore. Flamethrower. And yeah, it's definitely over now. Other Boot stands left alone as Boot has once done prior. It is like fate strikes once again. The only way to get back across the sea lost at Eocene. The water type not getting self-destructed. The Granbull dying to a Gengar. And a Zubat being left in the final combat. I could have done a lot of things better, I admit that. If I didn't, this wouldn't exist. I had to go through the 5 stages of grief just to comprehend looking at the script. Is there a morale to this story? No, it's literally just a compilation of me playing Pokémon Crystal for 84 hours, making up stuff about coincidences and call them fates or curses. But in the end, we're left with the question, what now? I never really came back, didn't I? Do you just retry again? Or tries the charm? Maybe later. But not now. Definitely not now. As I've mentioned numerous times, I'm done with this game for a while. I did beat the Elite Four, so I technically did beat the game, even if I didn't reach the end goal. So I'm gonna count this as a half victory and move on to Pokemon Emerald next. At least we got some new Pokemon for my personal Hall of Fame. Currently it's just Nirium and Rebecca, but now we can add to the list Bismuth, Oak, and Other Boot. I don't think I actually expressed enough in part 1 how much Nirium's death actually meant to me. During the live streams, I brought it up like every opportunity I could. Anyway, the script is getting way too long, like it's 8,421 words right now. So I'll see myself out. Be sure to engage with the video to help me out. Send this video to any woman or non-binary person you know. Based on YouTube's analytics, my viewers are 100% men. So if we could change that, it would be awesome. But have fun, and I'll see you next time.